Hello, hello. Today is Monday, October 16th, and I want to help to guide you through this week. We're between eclipses, October 16th to 23rd. We're in that beautiful liminal space between the solar and lunar eclipse. We have some interesting energies coming in this week, and I want to help you to use those in the best way possible for your own growth and just to get through the week gently. So I'm Bronwyn. I'm a predictive astrologer and astrology mentor. Welcome to my channel. I'm really pleased to have you here. I want to help you to use astrology to connect more deeply to the natural world, connect more deeply to yourself and to your own purpose, and just to feel a greater sense of belonging and safety in our beautiful cosmos, which I believe is both sentient and benevolent. So let's talk about what the planets are doing this week and how it might feel here on Earth as they mirror what's going on in our hearts. We are in this beautiful period between the two eclipses. We just had a kind of big Libra eclipse, solar eclipse in the sign of Libra on the south node, and we're heading now towards a lunar eclipse on the north node in the beautiful earthy sign of Taurus. So that time between the eclipses can feel really magical and almost otherworldly. It really is one of those times that, as they say, the veils are thin. There's a little bit of a shimmering and opening between our worlds and the other worlds. The two luminaries are sitting close to the nodes. The sun is sitting close to that south node. And the south node is our opening into the other world. So that mysterious portal is being illuminated, symbolically illuminated by the rays of the sun during this period of time. And it lends a sort of glow and glamour and magic to this time between eclipses. One of the things that you can do to really capture the beauty of that time is, well, one is to schedule more lightly, right? I encourage you to do this anyway, because so much stuff can be coming up in our lives during eclipse season. And it's nice to be able to have time to take care of yourself, get grounded, go for a walk in the forest. That's my go-to as a Taurus for self-care. Whatever it is for you, to be able to schedule yourself a little more lightly so you can have more rest, you can have more of your self-care activities, and you're just available for things that may come up, people in your life that may be needing you, some attention that you need to give to relationships. So that would be my first tip for this time between the eclipses, is to schedule yourself lightly. To really be able to engage with the magic of this time, it's a beautiful time to be out in nature, to really open yourself to that connection, get out under the night sky or get up at dawn and look at that beautiful eastern horizon, but also paying attention to what comes to you in dream time or during your meditations or whatever practices you have to connect with the other world, with people who have gone beyond, with the divine or with the ancestral realms. So more time in prayer, more time engaging with your guides if that's your thing, more time in simple meditation. Maybe it's yoga for you, maybe it's dance, maybe it's poetry, maybe it's meditation or prayer, spending time in surrender to spirit. So schedule lightly, spend more time with spirit in whatever way feels most natural to you. That might be spending more time with nature. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. This can also be a really potently creative time because we do have that extra connection to the other world. We have a deeper connection to that strata, that deep unconscious strata of human experience, human story, and art making and story and myth making. So there's a chance to connect with those profound layers of human creativity. So if you have a creative practice, whether it's painting or writing or dancing, whatever it is, now is a time when you might be getting those extra inspirations and extra downloads. And if you can use some of that extra time that you've carved out to sit with your art. I know I'm going to be spending more time in my art room. I've got Uranus on my sun right now, and one of the gifts of that has been the rebirth of my art practice, which has been dormant for a few years. And I know I'm going to be spending extra time during these 2 weeks out in the forest and in my art room. And I know that's going to nourish me in this time between the eclipses. So those are my general suggestions for how to use this between the eclipses time. Coziness. We're having this beautiful day today where it's intermittent downpours and gray rainy skies, and then the sun will burst forth like it is right now, and it's actually a really, really beautiful day, but quite moody. Those are my thoughts about this space between the eclipses and how you can best use it. So now let's break it down a little bit further and just spend a couple of minutes looking at the specific transits this week, October 16th to 23rd, and giving you an idea of how to navigate the energies in particular this week. So this week, the moon is moving through her first quarter, from new to first quarter moon. And she's moving through the signs of Scorpio, where she is right now, through Sagittarius, Capricorn, and into Aquarius at the end of the week. I always find those days when the moon is in the Saturn ruled signs of Capricorn and Aquarius to be hardworking, sure, but also they can be kind of tough days. And we have more challenging closing aspects during those Saturn ruled moons at the end of the week. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is, if you have more sensitive emotional work or conversations to do, to get that out of the way early in the week here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, while the moon is in Scorpio and Sag, and save those days at the end of the week for making decisions, for buckling down and getting some important work done. But maybe leave the more sensitive emotional conversations for next week if you didn't get to take care of them at the beginning of this week, because that first quarter moon in Capricorn can really have an edge to it. So that's my suggestion mood-wise. Take care of the sensitive, gentle, more vulnerable stuff early in the week, and save the end of the week for decisiveness and getting stuff done. Okay, so that's what the moons are doing. And we have nice closing aspects for the Scorpio and Sagittarius moons, and then slightly more challenging ones for the Capricorn and Aquarius Saturn ruled moons. So again, getting stuff out the door early in the week and just working hard through the end of the week, and really not taking stuff personally that comes up towards the end of the week. Okay, so these are the October transits. There's a little calendar that goes with this as well. And I'm going to drop the link in the below the video, so that if you want to download this October transits calendar and follow along with what I'm telling you today, you can download one of these for free on my website. So the big, more powerful transits of the week come in at the end of the week on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they all involve Mercury. So Mercury makes his direct conjunction with the sun. He's direct now, not in retrograde. And he's going to have his cazimi. That's when the messenger returns and has his secret meeting in the inner sanctum of the sun. So this is a really beautiful moment in the Mercury cycle. We get 6 of these a year, right? We get 3 retrograde and 3 direct. And these are always magical days. I always look to these days to be times when there's extra synchronicities in our lives. And I always look out for the messages that come to me, really in any form. Maybe a message that comes to you from the other world through your symbols, or a book that falls in your lap, or a strange synchronicity or coincidence. But also those mundane day-to-day messages that come in tend to be really important on cazimi days. So keep your eyes open for really important information that's coming in on that day. That's on the 20th. Mercury direct conjunction with the sun, that's at 26 Libra. So this is extra potent for you if you have placements at 26 of the cardinal signs. Then this is followed right away the next day by Mercury and the sun still hanging out together, making a square to Pluto. So remember I said the end of the week it's a little more tough. The information that comes in on Friday You're going to be using that to make some powerful and important decisions on Saturday. So pay attention to what comes in on Friday. And it may be even a really important breakthrough realization. We do find those coming through during eclipse season, right? And then on Saturday, you may find that you know what you need to do. You know how you need to take your power back, or the exact steps that you need to take to shift the relationship based on the information that just came in. It's going to differ, of course, with each person and their chart, but look out for that sequence of events. New information coming in on Friday, and then feeling able to make an important decision around that information on Saturday. Then right after that, as if that wasn't enough, Mercury goes into the penetrating sign of Scorpio on Sunday. So he finishes up in Libra with that cazimi and the square to Pluto. And then he moves into Scorpio. I really love Mercury in Scorpio for certain things. He really helps us to get our psychological work done. He can help us to be deeply creative. It's not a bad moment for like diagnostic medical procedures. Mercury in Scorpio can help. Just think about that messenger going into those deepest, darkest, shadowy places and bringing back the messages from those places. That can be sometimes difficult psychological content, shadow content. That can be secrets that are revealed. It can be diagnoses coming in that we've really been waiting for that are so helpful just to know what's going on. And I mean that across the spectrum, right? Just to know what's going on with our relationships or with our bodies or whatever area of life. Mercury's got that important work to do at the end of the week. He meets with the sun, he squares off with Pluto, and then he goes into Scorpio where he can really start to reveal the secrets. So you get the idea. It's powerful at the end of the week. We've got the moon in those Saturn ruled signs, so it feels a little hard-edged. We're working really hard. We've hopefully taken care of the sensitive conversations early in the week so that we can be available for what comes up. The messages that come in, the information that is revealed, we're strong, we can do this. And the opportunity is there to really penetrate through to the other side, to get to the truth and the heart of the matter. That's what all of these transits are showing. Getting to the truth, even if it's difficult, getting to the heart of the matter so we know what it is that we're dealing with. It's always better to know. I want you to remember that when we get to the end of the week, it's always better to know. It's better to know than not to know. So be grateful for the information that comes in. Know your own power and be ready to use it in the most positive, adaptive way that you can. You're more powerful than you realize. And you know what else? You know more than you think you know. That Mercury, that penetrating Mercury is going to be active in all of us. So it's a time to trust what we know, to trust what our body knows, to trust what our intuition knows. Look for validation from the world, but trust what your heart and your gut are telling you, especially at the end of the week. And then don't be afraid to call up your most positive power to act on what you know. All right, my dear, have a beautiful week. And I'll see you. I'm actually going to see you a little bit later in the week because I'm going to give you an introduction to Scorpio season when the sun moves into Scorpio next week. Lots of love to you. Be well. Bye for now. Remember to hit subscribe. If you like this, I'm going to be spending a lot more time on YouTube, and I really want to bring you affirming and positive messages and affirming ways to deal with the transits. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. Give this video a thumbs up. Drop into the comments and let me know what you would like to see more of here. And I'll see you on the other side. Bye for now.